JP, I want to follow up on what you were saying, though, previously. You were kind of alluding to the fact that you were surprised that Rivera was so sort of lukewarm on Haskins, not really handing him anything, which, yeah, why should you? But I know what you're getting at. What you're saying is, does this open the door for them to maybe investigate the possibility of maybe drafting like a Tua or something like that, right? That's what you're thinking. Is that door maybe open where we thought 2 days ago there's no chance it was open?
If we thought a week ago it was closed and locked, I mean, maybe it's unlocked and just open a hair. Don't you think this was discussed, though? Don't you think this was discussed when they hired Rivera? Like, we want you to work with Dwayne. We like Dwayne. We believe in Dwayne. We want you to work with him. If that was the case, then wouldn't you keep Kevin O'Connell?
Yeah.
Not if you believe that somebody's a better candidate. Like, that's my thing. Like, I understand the continuity argument, but if you just interview people, like, let's just say you're doing your due diligence, right? And you interview Kevin O'Connell.
He's worked with Turner.
You interview Scott Turner. You interview Pat Shurmur, and during the interviews, you believe Turner is a better candidate. You go with them.
Well, I also think there's this possibility. Kevin O'Connell wanted out and kind of made that clear too. And I've heard there was some friction about who was going to select assistant coaches if he did get the coordinator job. I don't know that it ever got to a position where he was like, well, I want to be able to do this, and he was told you're not going to be able to. But I don't know that process went perfectly from when Ron first spoke to him till he spoke to him again. And after everything O'Connell's seen in 3 years with the Skins, I don't think many would blame him for wanting a fresh start somewhere else, especially if he believes, someone he trusts in Josh McDaniels is going to get a head coaching job. But I think musical chairs could run out here. If McDaniels doesn't get that Cleveland job, then all of a sudden you kind of look around and wonder where Kevin will end up. But maybe he's not worried about that. Maybe he just – and I don't know. But I think a week ago if you had asked me, hey, if you had asked me, is the plan for Ron to develop Dwayne like it was for Jay and then Callahan and O'Connell, and Dwayne is our number one priority, I would have said sure. But if you just look at everything that's happened in the last week, I think it's hard to say that's still the number one priority.
So
I think the number one priority has changed to overhauling the culture. I think that's become obvious.
Right.
And with that, I mean, let's be clear, like, Dwayne looked pretty good the last 6 quarters of his rookie career, or of his rookie year. But there were also plenty of questions early on about his commitment to being an NFL quarterback. So I think he's starting from scratch with a lot of these coaches. I know that he was excited about the Rivera hire, and I know that Rivera is a guy that his players love. So I think it's entirely possible this is just a hard reset on Dwayne Haskins, and that he has to come in and show that he's the guy and earn everything, and it'll work out completely fine. I think that's probably the most likely course. But you got to wonder what else is going on when you see the moves they've made in a week.
So give me the quarterback room next year. I just assumed that Colt was gone, retired, play golf.
What's the backup plan?
Yeah, and I assumed
Haskins?
Case probably wouldn't be here. I don't even know what Case's contract status is.
He's
so I don't know.
agent.
Yeah, I think
Case and Colt are done.
Yeah, I figured they were gone.
Right.
But now I don't know with what his comments are. So give me the quarterback room next year, your best guess.
I mean, nobody knows. I imagine Alex is sitting in there. I don't know if he's playing.
He ain't playing.
He's
Come
not
on.
playing.
I doubt he's playing. That he's working towards that. But, I mean, they only have 2 quarterbacks under contract, and that's Dwayne Haskins and Alex Smith. You'd have to think they bring in a veteran backup to Dwayne, but who knows? What if the Bears want to trade for Alex Smith's rights? Like, what if something crazy happens and
They're not
Smith?
going to do that.
I don't think so either, but I don't know what that quarterback room looks like, because what I do know is that Ron Rivera loves Cam Newton, and that it's entirely possible Cam Newton becomes available March or April. And as it's currently constituted, with Alex Smith on the books for $22 million, you can't really sign anybody, because you've got money. You got that much money tied up in Alex, and then you've got first-round money tied up in Dwayne. You're certainly not bringing in a a starting caliber veteran that's going to command $20 million or more. You're not going to bring in Cam, who's going to want $30 million, and so it leaves your options kind of to the Case Keenums. And maybe Case comes back. Maybe Colt had a real problem with how he was treated down the stretch, but I think I think a lot of that was limited to Bill Callahan, Bruce Allen. Maybe they bring Colt back. I don't know. But I think that's kind of where you're shopping. Or they could draft another rookie, even if it's not somebody at number 2. Maybe there's somebody they like in the 4th round. I don't know.
Right. All right. I assumed prior to the last game that this was it for Josh. I don't even think he played in the last game, right? He was sick or whatever happened. I thought that was it, done, 0. I mean, literally 0% chance he ever comes back. But now they bring back Rivera as old coach. Now, they got rid of him before, but is it now a greater than 0 chance that Josh restructures of some sort and is actually back here next year?
Maybe it's greater than 0, but I don't think it's greater than 5%.
Okay.
Much like there's not a scenario where they can afford Cam Newton with Alex Smith on the books. So for every fan that's kind of hoping for that, just look at the math.
Yeah.
They can't. No team is going to pay Josh Norman $15 million for 2020 based on what we've seen the last few years. So, I mean, you can call it a restructure, but it's really a pay cut. And is he going to take a pay cut to stay in D.C. where things have not gone particularly well for him? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if Norman gets released or gets asked to take. I think you'd be talking about a $14 million pay cut. I mean, I think you would want to cut him very, very much down. I think he'd look around. I think he'd look to a job, one of the 2 L.A. teams. Clearly acting and pursuing a movie or television career is important to him. And I think the ship has still sailed. I mean, Rivera was there when he was released to Carolina, so certainly they have a good relationship, but that doesn't mean Ron doesn't understand the football and business side of this thing too.
Right.
What's the latest on Jordan Reed? Has he kind of sold the house and moved out of town? What's going on with him?
He was there. I hadn't seen him in months, and then he was there at locker cleanout day because he had to do his exit physical.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I think it's a little bit up in the air, but I don't see – I mean, you guys don't think Alex is ever going to play football again? I don't know that Jordan's ever going to be cleared to play football again.
Yeah.
Knowing Jordan, I think he still wants to. That's just how he's wired. And he's a strong man of faith, and he believes his faith will take care of him. But 7 documented concussions since college football, I don't think an independent neurologist would ever clear that person, but I don't know that.
Yeah.